Today, we're going to have fun with pineapples. Yes, look at this beautiful pineapple. I want to show you how to cut up a pineapple. I want to show you how to make some really neat decorations for your fruit trays. You're just going to love all the easy hacks we have with this wonderful pineapple. And don't forget that please support us on Patreon. Hi, I'm Chef Don McMillan. Today's all about the pineapple. Hey, before I forget, I want you to be sure to subscribe. Put it in the comment files that you did subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you got any ideas about pineapples. We've got so many recipes to share. Definitely want to share them with you. And don't forget to tap that bell. We'd love to hear that ring. Look, this is the pineapple. I just bought it at the store. I look to feel a little bit soft. That's nice. I don't see it really brown because sometimes they're overaged. I do know the pineapple industry tell you, they call them jet packs, which means they fly them right to you from the fields of Hawaii or wherever else they're growing, because they also come out of Central America as well. What happens is that they say the pineapple's ready to eat when you buy it in the supermarket. That's not always the case, but you can tell if it's overripe, okay? But if it has a nice feel, gives a little bit to it, beautiful color on it, it's ready to go. So another thing I like to tell you about, and if you have any young people at home, they love to see things happen. They love to do things. You can actually plant the top of your pineapple. I know most of the time you just cut it off and just throw it away, but it can plant. Now it'll take a couple of years for a pineapple to pop out, but it's really simple, and I'll show that to you after I cut it. But the roots are already in here, and you can just develop the roots, plant it in your soil, and go. Okay, so I'm going to cut my pineapple in half. If you'll look at it, there's a big hard part in the center, but if you look at where it is right here from the center, we're going to place our knife right down there. Now I'm using a bread knife. I love using a serrated edge knife to cut a pineapple. It just makes it a little easier, okay? So now I'm going to cut the pineapple in half. I'm looking at the bottom part because I'm going to cut it right through the whole pineapple, through that hard core in the center, and I'm going to come out and I'll cut the leaves in half. So don't go from one side to the other. Just kind of line it right up. I do use a serrated edge knife. I like that best. It does the job easy for me. And just place it right in there through the center, keeping an eye on there. Look, I'm using a cutting board. Use a cutting board. Don't cut it in your hand. And don't cut towards you. Cut away from you. See how I'm cutting away from you? If this knife slips, it's going to hit the board. Not a problem. Okay? So cut down through the center, just like that. All right, get it right through the whole pineapple. And look at this. Our pineapple is cut in half. Here's that hard core. Hear that? Now, I want you to look at this. Can you see there's little seeds right in through here? When they are picking pineapples in the field, they are not throwing the tops away. I'm talking about when it goes to the canners, okay? When they're going to the canners, they just take the top out, they let it dry for just a little while, let the roots develop, and just plunge it right into the ground, and another pineapple comes up. Little saplings come out of it also, because obviously you got to get more than one plant or we wouldn't have enough pineapples to go around. All right, now I want to show you something else. Look through here. That's the center part. Some pineapple companies, when they sell you the whole pineapple, they have proprietary pineapples. That means that they developed it, okay? They fool Mother Nature, and they found somehow or other to make the pineapple the right size, the right sweetness, whatever it is that makes their pineapple particular. What they do is they just reach in and pull this center part out. Once you do that, it cannot be duplicated. You can't take that top and plant it and grow their pineapple, okay? So sometimes when you go to the supermarket and you see little centers out of that, now you know, okay? That's the inside story. All right, let's have some more fun with the pineapple. I told you I was going to show you a really neat decoration. So that hard core is right there, and the green is right here. We're not touching it. We're just going to go right through the hard core again. I'm not cutting it out because it has a purpose, and I'll show you. All right, now we quartered the pineapple. All right, let's push the 3/4 over here because I'm going to work on this quarter right here. Now that hard core, that's going to be a guide for us, and also the skin is going to be a guide. We really only eat that inside part of it, okay? However, I'm going to put my knife right here. Can you see where it is? And I'm going to cut along the top part. That's the part we don't eat. And then I'm going to turn it around. Remember, don't cut towards you, cut away from you. And I'm going to cut through that part again, look. And as I'm doing that, there's a curvature. When this goes down, I'm going to try to follow that curvature as best I can. You can see that, all right? And there's a curvature over here. Cut down. Now, the skin is hard. It's going to be a guide. What we're going to do is put our paring knife in there, and we're going to slice, and look, where the skin is, it's guiding us. It's taking us around. And we're just guiding it through this way. All right? And now turn it around. The same thing. Plunge the knife in there and let it guide us. Let the knife do the job, okay? Don't force it. Now, if you connected this or disconnected the center part, it should just pop out. If not, we can feel it if it gives a little give. Okay, there it is, look. All right? That is the edible part. We're going to cut it into wedges like this. And then the way it came out is the way it goes back in. And then with your fingers, push one way and push the other way. Look. Ta-da! And now your guest can take a fork or a tongue and take that little piece of pineapple and eat it, and they say, oh, how nice that looks, okay? You can also, I do this, if I've got some sliced kiwi, I put a slice of kiwi in between that to kind of give it a little bit of a color, a little bit of a difference. You can put strawberries, blueberries, make a beautiful fruit tray. Okay, now check this out. I'm going to show you how to get the fruit out. I showed you that way, but let me just show you another way to do it, okay? First of all, we don't longer leave this top. We only want the inside, so we'll get rid of that. You could use that really as a decoration again for your fruit tray. You can just stick it in there because it's nice greeny things, and it's eye-catching, and that's important, okay? So now, you see where that hard part is? I like to just put my knife in there and then just cut down right on the side. You can see where the fiber is running in different directions. And as I'm cutting at an angle too, by the way, just cutting down at an angle. Cut down at an angle there, an angle there. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut through that part and cut through this part. Remove this part right here. Now, most people say just throw it away. I have found that when I've got young children, I mean really young children, they like to chew on things, right? Give them this, let them chew on that. What's better than fresh fruit, okay? Fresh fruit is good, you feel good, and I mean, you could throw it away if you wish, but I just wanted to point that out. That's something that you could do, or you could chew on it yourself, right? All right, so now we want some wedges. So instead of taking the pineapple out of the skin, we're going to go ahead and cut some wedges right now. Look, just cut right there. Put wedges there, wedges. Can you see that? Okay. Now, cut right down to that little point. And your paring knife will just go right through and cut them all out. And then you don't have to worry about the skin. You can throw that away. There. And there's our pineapple, the edible part of the pineapple. Perfect for cereals or even cutting up for some fruit for your desserts. So, a couple of more things I want to point out. If you want to, all right, you can do this. You can use this as a perfect receptacle for maybe a chicken salad, okay, or shrimp salad. You can just scoop out the center part of this. What I usually do is take my knife and I break it right through here, where that stem is right there, with that hard part. And then just using a spoon, you can scoop out that center part. I chop it up and put it into the salad, okay? Without the hard part there, but the rest of the edible part. And then I also want to show you another way that you can peel a pineapple, and that is this way. I'm going to cut off this top part right through here. I'm going to make it a little bit more flatter on the bottom right here. Okay, we'll use that or discard it. And then you can just peel your pineapple just in this manner. Look. So if you wanted bigger pieces or you want to manage it a little bit differently, you can do that. As I said before, I like to use my bread knife, and I should point out while I'm using my bread knife, it really doesn't have to be sharpened. I know some people worry about sharpening it because it's only sharpened on one side. So you really need a special type of a sharpener to do that. But using your bread knife for cutting bread and pineapples or other fruits really is okay, and you can use it again and again without having to sharpen it. Plus it makes it really handy to do that too. Okay, we got most of those eyes out of there. And there's our part of the pineapple, and what I usually do is cut it right down through the center, look like this. And then when I have the quarters, just through this, look, cut the hard part right out. And then you can, if you want to, make wedges like this, look. Those also make nice presentations on your salads or any of your fruit trays. One point I like to say is that, if you like street food, what they do is they actually put a skewer in there and then they dip it in hot, spicy stuff. I saw that like in Indonesia and India, and then so you got a yin and a yang, you got the sweet and you got the spicy, all right? So that's another way you can do it. Look at all those things we did with the one pineapple, all that fun. And of course, if like me, I love to eat it. Well, I have Lori, my beautiful daughter-in-law, and we're going to taste this pineapple because I heard that she loves pineapple as well, right?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
and look at all what we did. And please, before we start eating, I got to remember to say you got to subscribe, and you also, hook us up on Patreon. Sign up for it. We're going to share exclusive content, early access, oh my goodness, and some behind-the-scenes nonsense you're going to want to see. You're going to love that. Look at our pineapple. Look what we did. We've got nice wedges that you can just get from here. We've got these type of wedges, those kinds of chunks, gorgeous decorations. And I told you about the street food. Okay, so what we did, I found some skewers, and look, skewer like that. These are great. You can even freeze them. Hey, you can make them and freeze them. They're wonderful as a frozen summertime treat. Now, Lori said she likes hot pepper, so we got some chipotle, chili. Okay, let's put a little bit on the plate. And here's what they really do. I know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm not going to eat all that.
No, you're going to just kind of like get a dip, like a little dip there, a little dip there. You don't have to put a lot on it. You probably need a big drink of that. And then what you do is just walk around and eat it like you would a popsicle, right, Lori? Yeah. So you can try it. I don't know. We're going to need to go, oh my God. No, that is good. What does that need? A big drink of water. It's hot. It's a hot stuff.
I'm sorry, it's so spicy.
Well,
It's very good though.
you can put cinnamon sugar. How about that? I didn't even tell them this. You can take the pineapple and take these and you can grill them. Just put them on the grill, but before you do that, just sprinkle cinnamon on it. No sugar, just cinnamon. Just put cinnamon on it and grill it. And I'm telling you what, I love it. It's a perfect dessert. Man, it is so good. All right, so because you're watching, we want you to subscribe. And to do that, we're going to give you a special offer, and my beautiful daughter-in-law, Lori's going to tell you about it.
While my mouth is on fire,
Wait,
my eyes are watering.
Give them a hot deal, will you?
Yeah.
We're going to make it hot for you.
So,
Before I let Lori say what she's going to say about this wonderful offer we had, this hot offer, let me give you some water.
yes. Thank you.
She was losing her breath. I didn't want that to happen. It is hot.
Whew, okay.
All right.
I might be able to do this now.
Okay.
Okay, so for every 50 subscribers, if you comment below that you subscribed, we're going to pick one subscriber out of those 50, and we're going to send you, just like Chef Don and I have on, your very own apron that we wear in the show, and we'll send it to you for free at no cost at all to you anywhere in the world that you live. You're going to love it, and you can wear these aprons while you're watching our YouTube video.
And you can also say that they're simple, not hot, but...
And delicious.
Yes, delicious. Hot too.
I wanted to comment though, one time, this reminds me of a trip that Andrew and I went on to Mexico, which we love to go to Mexico. And there was a guy selling coconuts in the back of his truck. So he pulled out pieces like this, very similar to this pineapple, and dipped it in the spicy stuff too, and that's very popular.
He probably was selling cold drinks along with the hot spicy.
Coconut.
Oh, you need a drink.
Water, yeah.
That's right. On our 50th anniversary, my wonderful sons, our 3 sons, my wonderful daughter-in-laws, and we celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary in the island of Mauritius. That's where I met my beautiful wife. And we, on the same day, 50 years to the day and the hour, in the same church, we walked down the aisle and I renewed our wedding vows. And I know why Andrew was reminding about this, because we actually, our driver who was driving the van we were all traveling in, he owned a pineapple plantation, and he took us to it, and we were watching them take the tops out of the pineapples, and then they were putting them aside, and they were going to replant them again. And that's how we learned that pineapples just reproduce themselves. And even, you know, I looked it up online, the flower, it gives a beautiful flower, but it takes about 24 months, so about 2 years, okay? So pineapples just have a whole new meaning for us.
Yeah, that was a wonderful trip, wasn't it?
Oh, I loved it. It was a great trip. And don't forget my story about grilling pineapple with putting some cinnamon on it. Just sprinkle the cinnamon on it and then grill it. Oh my God, it's so good. You don't need any sugar, and it's a perfect dessert when you're grilling out. So thank you for watching. Checking our next videos. We got so much, and just with we got more things about pineapples to share.
That's right. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.